we only realised this about 4 or 5 years ago, all components of all of the fields and parts of NLP fit into the NLP communication model. The NLP communication model is the heart and soul of NLP, so we're going to spend a lot of time on that this morning, looking at the big picture and how the communication model, which is a model, a near concept model of how you do you, works. So NLP is about you learning to run your own brain. Who'd like to run their own brain? Whose brain runs them? You know, it just seems as though, you know, when this happens, you know, I gotta scream, or I get angry, or I have this desire to run. Hey, it just seems as though it just happens for me. You know, when my sister does this, I just want to kill her, and it just arises in me. I don't seem to have any power over it. This course is about you taking back responsibility, owning your own choices, owning your own power, and therefore running your own brain. It is the beauty of NLP, because now if you get this into your system, no one can make you angry. They made meaning differently given how they see and perceive reality, given their beliefs, their values, their sense of self, who they take themselves to be, their experiences. As they bring that up and they apply that, they get a different, surprisingly, perspective on the same reality. Well, that's what it is to be human. The meaning you hold determines what you pay attention to, therefore what you get. So you only get what you mean to get. Bugger.
It can be very stressful and very frustrating and very kind of emotionally tumultuous trying to control something you've got no control over. Like, I need people to like me, or I want people to do what I say, or I want people to do this, or I want people to do that, I want the buyer to buy from me. If you're trying to control something you don't actually control and you're not responsible for, but you're making it about you and you're making responsibility yours, well, there's a recipe for stress, because what you're trying to do is not actually possible.
Stress is an inside job, not an outside job. Again, there is nothing in the world that can stress you. Hey. And so this course is about taking responsibility for you, if you choose to, if that's a choice you'd like to make. We're also going to look at mind, body, emotional state management. And so this is the quality of your state affects your thinking, affects your feeling, affects your responding in the world. So the quality of your state is the quality of your life, because it affects what you pay attention to. Have you ever noticed if you're in an anxious state and you take that anxiousness into something, it colours your experience of that something? Ever noticed that?
Yeah.
That's because your state grounds everything. And so a huge part of this course is how we do or don't take responsibility for our states, and if you're having a shit life, chances are you've got shit quality states going on. And so emotional intelligence is going, do I choose this state? Because it is up to me, hey. I can choose this state.
Here's an example. So what Jay is pointing to is, as we take the world in with our five senses, what we experience is what we language to ourselves about what's happening, what we're sensing. And so we don't experience life so much as what we experience is how we repackage and label it to ourselves.
Now it's the same asleepness as I get angry at what you say. Feeling great about what you say and feeling angry about what you say are the same thing.
Notice the report hasn't changed, reality hasn't changed, but a different meaning, different label, and now all of a sudden the experience is entirely different. Your state is entirely different. Now your response is going to be different.
So we've got a little bit more upload, and then we're going to do some movement. Rapport is another aspect of what we're doing. So as we start to take control of our own mind, body, emotional states here in this moment, by being present, coming to our senses, owning our powers, as we start taking that, now we can connect and relate with people differently. And that's what rapport is all about. And so there's rapport at the physiological level, there's rapport at the psychological level, there's rapport at the identity level. So there's rapport at multiple levels and multiple layers. And so we're going to get into that as well.